Yo guys, what is up and welcome back to a new video. I welcome you back to a beautiful day. It's gorgeous weather outside, and for that reason we're doing yet again another video on the MK2 Focus ST. Now I want to run something by you because I can only assume that it's happened to every single one of you, and if it wasn't in the car you've got now, it would have been a car that you've had previously. How many of you have had car mats that have slid underneath the pedals and either impeded the clutch, the brake, or the accelerator from being used efficiently, properly, and in a safe manner? Now, what I did is I put up on Instagram a while ago that the interior on the MK2 Focus ST was substandard, especially mine being the ST1. I've pretty much only got bucket seats, a broken armrest, and a stripped out rear, and Manicci Luxury Auto Styling got in touch, and for that reason, today's video is sponsored by Manicci Luxury Auto Styling, and what we're going to be doing is fit in these. They look so good, and I'm not just saying that, guys. You know how honest I am when it comes to stuff like this. If I didn't like something, I would be telling you. Now, the only downside I can see to something like this is that once it's in the car, normal walking outside, your shoes and everything is going to make it look horrible. It's not my personal responsibility as to whether if you install this in your car, you now no longer can wear shoes, and you've got to take them off every time you get in because they will look really nice. I'll include some photos now of what my interior looked like when I had them fitted yesterday, but for today's benefit, we're going to get these fitted today. I'm going to show you how it's done, and we're going to get that all done as efficiently as possible. I will be honest, throughout the whole process, whether they're easy to fit, whether they're not, they come with some Velcro and some little like plastic tabs, which I can only assume go into the trim. So we're going to work out whether these are easy to fit. We're going to see how good they look, and you guys are going to stick around for the process. So thank you very much for being patient. You guys are awesome. As always, we'll see you guys very shortly. Peace. Now guys, with any mats in general, when putting them in, there's obviously a few factors you've got to take into consideration before installing them. Number one is getting them installed securely. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't want your mat sliding under your pedals. You don't want flaps here and there that are going to impede you safety-wise when it comes to driving. So with these in particular, they've got a couple ways that we can prevent them sliding around. Now, as you can see, they do come with some Velcro, and they've got these plastic tabs here, which I can only assume go up inside the trim to hold it in place. Now, it's got quite an abrasive texture, so it's not smooth and glossy, so it's not going to be sliding around anyway. But with these plastic tabs and the little bits of Velcro, and in addition, I've also got some 3M Velcro tape as well, we should be in a position where we can get these secured nicely into the car so it's permanent and they don't slide around. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the only downside to having a nice flooring is having to pay more attention to things like this and not break anything in the future. So hopefully if we can get these fitted, we shouldn't have any mistakes, and we can go from there. So I'm going to slide them in and go from there. I'll try and get you guys a nice viewing angle that you can actually see. Now guys, like I said, regarding these little flaps here, they do provide the little plastic clip, as you can see, but it just means that just because of the nature of how this sits, unless someone wants to tell me if I'm going wrong, I don't see how I can get it inside the plastic trim without it bending. So it's okay. I went to B&Q and I sorted this out in advance. So if we try and get this, God, it's so sticky. Try and cut it to the right size. We're going to want it under that piece. So we should just be able to cut a nice little piece like so. Now I suppose the ultimate test is to see if it fits, but we ain't going to know unless you try. So I'm going to start by taking off one piece and sticking it onto there like so, if you can see. And I'm going to take the other piece, make sure it's all lined up properly like so, and then I'm going to stick that down, which is going to be about here. Look at that. Watch. Boom. All secure. Now what I'm going to do as well is, because there's a couple of other pieces that I mentioned I wanted to keep secure, this particular piece. Because as you go in, pull the handle for the bucket seats, I don't want to be sliding in and out and have to worry about that coming undone. So I'm going to do another little piece. Need to be about here. I'm going to take this little piece of, actually we can leave that one on actually until we've cut the other one to size. Honestly, the only thing I don't like about these is because they look so damn nice. I can't wear any shoes in the car. Let's put one there. Okay, we've got the label, we'll tuck that underneath. Now guys, don't worry, regarding these, there is a discount code, obviously, which I will put in the description section. But look at that. Now it's not going to be sliding. Get that little plastic trim, nice and secure. Remove these plastic tabs. I'll put them in my pocket just for now anyway. That one, that one, and that one. Now one thing I'm not going to do is be removing this little bit of cellophane over the sign just yet. Now there's another one in here, which I'll try and show you. I'm trying to work out which will be the best one to secure. Now the piece I'm trying to get to is this one here. As you can see, there is a plastic tab, but just the nature of the way it sits, it's not going to keep it as secure as I'd like. So just while I stop myself having a builder's bum bent over the side of my car like this, don't want to make my neighbours lose sleep. I'm going to stick this little piece here on the back of this one, and we're going to try and get that secure. Okay, just like that. Again guys, none of this is permanent, so you don't need to worry about breaking anything. You're not going to ruin anything, it's just Velcro tape that I find incredibly difficult to get the plastic tab off. There we go, look at that. Right, so little clip in, Velcro tape, hold it nice and secure. Now just for the sake of argument guys, I'm going to stick one in here too. So if I peel that back, just like so, we can work out that in this position here is where one of these Velcro tapes should be. So let's try the stuff that came from Manicci and see if this is as sticky as the stuff that I've already got. I don't see why it won't. And then let's peel off the plastic tab. Right, so that now is secure and it's not coming out. Obviously in future videos, if I struggle with it, I'll let you know, but I can't see that happening. So let's get rid of this. I'm not going to hoover it till the end, so don't worry about it being dusty. Now guys, I'm awkwardly trying to climb into the back of my car, which I'm sure to anyone looking at looks incredibly strange because I've got a rear strut brace. And basically, long story short, if you guys can see me down here, the two rear pieces are connected. So it's like one piece. But I'm trying to work out how they go about fitting. So, oh, that's so cool, it covers the piece down there too. Okay, right. Push it down in those gaps. Oh god damn, this looks so fire. Right, now in terms of the securing bolts, there's no Velcro on this back strip over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm gonna have to sort that, but that's okay, I've got plenty. The actual Velcro points are on the sides. So it doesn't seem like it needs a huge amount. Realistically, we only really need to secure the side pieces and put some Velcro tape on this. So when I get the rear of the car actually, you know, finally finished, it should all go seamlessly. It is so awkward. Okay, what have we got here? We've got more little plastic trim pieces. So let's get them nice and secure inside the trim. We've got one here. There'll be no use in that one because that one doesn't really go in anywhere. Yeah, I suppose actually to be fair, these are made assuming you've got your rear seats, but that's okay. God, I've got Velcro everywhere. Bah, no, I'm making a mess. Bah, get to the chopper. No. Milk is for pussies, beer is for men. Get out, Velcro. No, bugger off. Just stick into everything. Right, okay. I'm going to get a Velcro piece in here. I think, actually, to be fair, I've got a fair bit. It's just hard to get to because I'm currently lying in the back of the car. Like I said, guys, with products like this, I'm honest. If I don't like something, I'll let you know. I'm not just doing it for the company's benefit. Obviously, these look sick. I'm really happy with the way they look. They're custom to my specification. But there we go. I've secured that piece in there. There, you can see that. And then I need to put another piece down in here. So I'm going to do that now. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep it at this angle. I'll show you more angles in a second. A little bit of Velcro in my life. A little bit of Velcro in my life. I only spend all my money on cars because I don't have a wife. Right, that piece is in. Let's switch the camera angle up and we'll see what happens. So annoying. Right, this piece of plastic can... Now you'll see where everything fits in here. Obviously I've still got to replace this horrible armrest, but that's okay because it's in the house. So the pieces down there on the sides, they've got plastic trim that fits perfectly. This particular piece right here, I've got a little bit of Velcro in. That's not going to be held securely until I get the rest in, alongside here and everywhere else. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome, guys, I'm not going to lie. Especially as this, to me, the project is more of a show car down the line. And I don't have anyone in the back, so there's no one to ruin it. I don't often have passengers, even when I do, obviously I haven't fit that one yet, but when I do it'll look great. You can see down there it looks cool too. But yeah, man, it looks sick. They do all different coloured stitching and different styles. So yeah, guys, you just need to get in touch, really. I need to try and put the camera down there, so I have a fat chance in getting this thing filmed. Let's cut some more pieces, try and secure this down as nicely as possible. Honestly, girls, you've got it easy with nails. Okay, right, that's nice and secure. So's that. I'm not gonna have to stress about that. That looks great down there. It's not impeding the way the seats want to move, so that's awesome. Is it worth putting one under here? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with these, to be fair. They look sick. Now guys, to any of you that have the same problem as me, i.e. an OCD obsession with your car, now that doesn't reflect to me hoovering all the time because you guys always give me shit for that, but just it looking good. It doesn't have to look good right now, for example, but especially with mods like this as well, you only really do mods like this if you really are like myself and you want to take your car to the next level. I'm not happy having an ST that looks like everyone else's. This is why I didn't go for the ST3. You know what, screw it, it's nice and chill in the back of the car. So I didn't go for the ST2, I didn't go for the ST3. Now, it's easy to say that now, let's be honest, I probably couldn't have afforded a nice ST3, but while owning an ST1, I soon realised that because they were the base spec, I would try and make it appealing. And I don't mean to sound arrogant, I just like to think now that my ST1 is appealing to you guys. Like if you, I don't know, do you have a standard ST3 that you would directly swap for this right now? I think some of you probably would. So especially with car mats like this, I never got car mats because I didn't care enough to have to deal with them sliding under my pedals all the time. Now as soon as Manicci got in touch with something I wanted to try, they made it possible for me to do so, and they've also offered you a discount code as well, which I'm going to include in the description section, so check that out if you want a discount code for something like this for yourself. Like I said, you can change the colour stitching to something of your preference, but for now, I'm just really happy with them. I think they look sick. Let's jump into the front of the car and get the passenger footwell done. Right guys, let's jump in the front and we'll see you soon. Guys, I'm going to hang them up with cable ties afterwards. It's currently the bane of my life, dealing with those. Okay, so let's try and get these fitted. I think, do they go in like that? Yeah, they do. Okay, so they go in that way. That goes under there like so. Make sure they're in there securely. Okay, so we've got this little piece here as well. We're going to secure that down. For now, we've got the plastic trim pieces that I mentioned. So that first one can go underneath there. Honestly, these are so easy to fit. Manicci, you're killing it, man. Okay. Now it's this plastic piece up here, which I don't see the point in. So that's what we're going to use all the bits for that we've got over here. On here, like we did earlier. This is one that I did earlier. Who remembers Art Attack? Such a great show. Okay, so that piece is secure too. Now, let's get rid of all this rubbish. And let's see how good everything looks. Put it on the driver's seat. I'll get rid of it. Now, the favourite bit is definitely going to be, obviously it decides to move in the seat backwards, because I'm really tall, but my favourite bit is definitely going to be this part. Gotta love car mats that come with an emblem. Now it's get the car hoovered, get it looking clean, remove all the rubbish, and it should look pretty good. Don't worry, I'm not going to get a picture of what it looks like tonight, but I will include the photos that Sergio took yesterday to show you how sick it looks. But guys, the interior on the Focus ST is making waves. We've got it down there as well, as you can see. We don't have it in the back just yet, but maybe that's something I can organise later on. But for now, that looks sick. Anyway, we've got a few more jobs to do today, so let's get those done, because I need to swap those discs around because you guys have let me know that I put them on the wrong side. So let's go ahead and do that, and I won't keep you waiting. Honestly, the amount of times I've had to jack this car up recently, it's just getting a bit ridiculous. But we do need the extension for this for the time being, so we can get those wheels off. Lefty loosey. Okay, so we need to crack the wheels first, and then we can go about jacking it up. All I need to do is switch the discs over, which should be super simple. I'm just hoping that I've not bedded them in enough that it's made a difference. I don't think that's the case, so let's get a move on, and we'll go from there. Right, there we go. So I can't wait to replace these. Now I'll get the other side done too, and then we'll jack it up. Bane of my life. Side splitters. Look, this is annoying. So, ways around this temporarily. Mud flap up and find the right position, which is right here. Now, to those of you that have never used one of these, it's pretty simple. This is what jacks it up. You don't need to mess with this. And this is what either loosens it or tightens it. So in this particular instance, I'm going to stick this on, because I used it last time and loosened it to lower the car down. You want to tighten it out this time. So that's now super tight, so that we don't have to worry about anything coming down. The car is then a lot more safe on the top of this jack. Now, if anyone wants to send me a good jack, by all means, but this one certainly does the job for the time being. Just lift the car up. Don't do it too violently. You just don't want to risk anything. Now you want to be careful doing this. Look. Can't wait to have these two front tyres replaced. Again, just go and check. Everything's in a healthy position. God damn it, that coolant's really annoying me because it's coming out really slowly as well. Right guys, if this isn't point proven to any one of you watching that it's worth checking things like this, then that says it all, because the spaces on the other side weren't tight. Now I left them to Luke. Now I'm not blaming Luke, I'm just saying that, you know, he might have been distracted or something. You want to be doing it yourself. Shouldn't trust anyone but yourself. So in this particular instance, we're going to take the spacers off, swap the discs over, and then my comment section will be a little bit kinder. Another caliper pin, and then we can take these out. Right, put those to the side, take the caliper off, so you can take your spacer and your disc right off the car. Right, now you can see with these, they were like that before, alright, so they're not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be pointed the other way, so that's okay. We'll get those moved over now, and then I can clean the caliper once it's back on. Right guys, so I've done the other side. Other side is all complete, besides to tightening everything up. So, now we're in a position where we can get this one on, and I can take the caliper out of position. I still need to turn the wheel back round, because that's what I did earlier. Yep. Right guys, like I mentioned before, righty tighty. You see those are tight. Just check the torque figure on this just to make sure. Oh, that could be why. My friends are fucking idiots. 128. What are you up to today anyway? Anything exciting?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Not at work today, I assume?
Well, yeah, we're meant to be on sort of dispersed working. It's 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Okay.
But
that's quite cool.
yeah, it's good. It's really useful. Really
I bet you find it really hard to use your time off, because I'm used to it now because this is what I do. But ultimately, I remember like I'd leave work for the weekend. I'd be like, dude, what the hell do I do with like I've got all this time. Right, guys, I'm sorry about that. Without the help of the neighbour, because Luke's not here today, he has rescued me, mate. I appreciate that.
Enjoy.
I don't know how much you guys can see, but the piston's sticking out, so I can't get the pad back in. But I'm going to try and sort that. Again, one of those opportunities where you have to learn something and find a way around it. Okay guys, so I managed to sort this. I've got Ross, my friend, on the phone, who has now moved up to Cambridge. He used to live here in Plymouth. He was the guy that originally got me into fixing cars. So basically what happened, as you saw in the video before, is the piston was sticking out, and naturally I didn't know how to get that piston back in, doing a one-man job on my own, because I can't sit and put my foot on the brakes at the same time as working. So what he said is I got one of these little extensions for the ratchet. I used that, and now the pistons have gone back in. The discs are fitting back in. Yeah, I took the cap off as well. And Ross, big thank you to you. He's partly responsible for getting me into car mods in general. He's always been there to help me out, even though he's a copper now. So I now have a copper friend, which is pretty cool.
You are breaking them very hard. Don't hit it with a hammer.
No, I'm hitting the pad. I'm hitting the pad. Don't worry.
Okay, much more of a constant pressure rather than a sharp ones. I find with brakes.
Okay, boys, we have done it. Ross, I love you. Thank you very much. Keep safe. I will speak to you soon.
You too, really.
Thank you, mate. Bye bye. Guys, we're all set. Brake and clutch parts cleaner, as you can see. Look, watch that. Just all that crap that's on it just comes straight off. Notice how they're not black anymore, because the coating's come off. All looking good, guys. We can move that out of the way. We need to turn the wheel, then we can put the wheels back on. Now, without ruining the caliper, let's try and get these on. There we go. Let's get some nuts in there. These nuts. Okay, the weight's coming off the control arm. Look at that. Right, again, so this is the bit you need to be careful with. All the weight is now on the jack. So nice and slow. Do you know what's awesome is, because I've been making these videos, my 18-year-old brother has been working on his car. Purely because, you know, he's seen his older brother do it, and, you know, my dad does it with aeroplanes and stuff, and how awesome is that? Now guys, we're all set. The discs are now back on in the right position. Thank God. Everything's been tightened up. I've torque spec'd the spacers, I've torque spec'd the wheels. So, hopefully, to my amateur mechanic knowledge, I've done it the way it should be. Now, there is a coolant leak at the moment, and I'm pretty sure it's just because one of the pipes that I put in and then tightened with a Jubilee clip maybe wasn't done properly. Like I said, I'm a novice. I'm going to try and rectify that. So I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days where I try and find that problem and try and work out what it is and try and come up with some solutions as to try and stop it happening again. We've obviously installed the Manicci Luxury Auto Styling interior today, so that looks awesome. My hands are now super greasy, so I'm not going to go and touch it. I'm going to take all the stuff back in the house, and then I'm going to show what it looks like now it's all complete. I know you've all seen it, but it's just principle. I want to show you how sick it looks. I need to get the bonnet down, get the tools back in the house, and we should be in a position to crack on with the rest of the day now the video is complete. Now, just before I go ahead and end today's video, now we had the competition for the discs and we had the competition for the finishing touch box as well. So what I'm going to do is in the next couple of days is I'm going to wait for the comments to build up, and then I'm going to select 2 of you. I'll let you all know. I'll private message you, or I'll get you guys to private message me, and then we can go ahead and get it shipped over to your address. So if you haven't done that already, go check out the last video. I'll stick an info card in the top section below so you can check. And yeah, we should be good to go. So let me go inside, I'll clean my hands, and then I'll show what it looks like, and then we should be finished. But anyway guys, thank you for your support. We're almost at 10k. Lockdown has done me favours, but I'm learning. Long way to go. But yeah, we've had a good time, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace. Right. Hands are clean. We're on to winning. Now we'll just talk you through a few things that we're going to be getting done over the next couple of days. Now my coolant is low at the moment because every time I jack the car up, it drips. And I think it's the pipe that goes around the back, or it's the thermostat housing that is underneath the ECU holder. That could be the solution, so we're going to try and get that fixed down the line. Now the side pieces here, the battery cover, the fuse cover, and the engine cover itself are being hydro dipped as we speak. Now there's a couple things that we're going to be doing regarding that. I do need to take off that Miltec badge as well, as I think it looks really tacky sat right there. I've also got some engine bay dress up bolts to replace these. Just haven't got around to doing that just yet. But more importantly guys, you tuned into today's video to check out these absolute beast car mats. They look sick as hell. They're in the back there as well, and they're also down in here. They look fire. The car's disgusting. It needs a clean. I've got so much to do. So yeah guys, if you like what's been put in the car today, obviously look in the description section below. You'll find my discount code and all the information you'll need for Manicci Luxury Auto Styling. But for now, this is a thumbs up, so smash one on the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video. For now, GCM, roll the outro. Peace.